Most owners get this completely wrong. Not slightly wrong, completely wrong. And the scary part is, you've probably been making the same mistake every single day without ever realizing it. You'd probably guess they see their owner, their favorite person, maybe even their best friend. That's the answer almost everyone gives. But that answer is outdated. By the end of this video, you're going to realize you've been misunderstanding the most loyal creature in your life this entire time. Here's the uncomfortable truth. What's actually happening between you and your dog is something most owners will never learn, never notice, and never understand. And once you hear it, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. So let's begin with the belief you've carried your whole life, because it's about to fall apart. You may have heard that cats see you as nothing more than a large, slow, clumsy version of themselves. Just another cat in their world, tolerated rather than adored. Strange, but true. And it's backed by real behavioral research. Now here's where most people make their first mistake. They assume the same logic applies to dogs. It doesn't. Not even close. And if you've been treating your dog's affection the same way you treat a cat's tolerance, you've been missing something enormous. Because somewhere over the last 15,000 years, dogs accomplished something no other species on Earth has ever done. They didn't simply learn to live alongside humans. They gradually rewired themselves, generation after generation, to understand us. Scientists call this the human-canine bond. Researchers who study.
Here's the question almost no owner ever stops to ask. If your voice and your scent alone are enough to calm your dog's nervous system, what does
All right,
your
buddy, let's go
face
see.
do to them?
I think it is
Because the answer
definitely
is
time for a
stranger
treat.
than
Let's
anything
get you
we've
something
covered
good
so
to eat.
far.
All right,
When
buddy,
you look
let's
at
see what
another
we've got in the
person's
kitchen.
face,
I
your
think it is
eyes
definitely time for
automatically
your
do
treat.
something you've probably never noticed. Without thinking, they drift toward the left side of that person's face first. Scientists call this the left gaze bias. It happens because the right side of the human brain, which specializes in processing emotion, controls the left side of the face. Over thousands of years, humans evolved to read that side first because it often reveals emotion faster than words ever could. Now here's what should stop you in your tracks. Your dog does exactly the same thing, but only with human faces. Researchers showed dogs a mixture of images. Human faces, other dogs, everyday objects. The left gaze bias appeared only when dogs looked at people, not other dogs, not anything else. Somewhere during their evolution alongside humans, dogs developed an entirely new way of reading emotion, built specifically around us. This explains something you've probably experienced yourself. Sometimes you're upset without saying a word. You haven't cried. You haven't spoken. You haven't changed your behavior. Yet somehow, your dog quietly walks over. Everything we've explored so far, the way your dog reads your face, the way your voice calms them, the way your scent activates their brain's reward system, and the silent language spoken through their tail, all of it has been leading toward one extraordinary biological truth. A truth that most dog owners will go their entire lives without ever hearing. In 2015, researchers published a groundbreaking study in the journal Science. The results made headlines around the world. And once you understand why, everything you've learned about your relationship with your dog begins to make perfect sense. The experiment itself was surprisingly simple. Researchers asked dogs and their owners to do only one thing: look into each other's eyes. No commands, no tricks, no food, no toys, just quiet eye contact. Then the scientists measured what happened inside both bodies. What they found surprised even them. As the owners and their dogs maintained eye contact, levels of oxytocin increased in both. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone or the love hormone. It's the same chemical released between a mother and her newborn baby during their very first moments together. Take a moment to think about what that really means. When your dog looks into your eyes, their brain releases the very same bonding chemistry associated with one of nature's deepest emotional connections. And remarkably, your brain responds the same.
Now think about everything we've uncovered. Your dog doesn't simply tolerate your presence. They don't merely recognize you as the person who fills their food bowl or opens the front door. You are something far more important than that. You are the reason their brain releases its most powerful bonding chemical. You are the one scent that instantly activates their reward center. You are the one voice capable of calming their nervous system when they're stressed. And you are the one face their eyes have been shaped generation after generation to recognize, understand, and trust. So when your dog looks at you, understand what's really happening beneath the surface. They aren't simply looking at an owner. They aren't looking at another human. They aren't even looking at their best friend in the way we usually imagine. They're looking at the one presence their entire biology was designed to find. Every instinct, every sense, every emotional response, every chemical signal inside their body has quietly been pointing toward you all along. You are more than someone they happen to live with. You are their anchor. Long before either of you met, their biology had already prepared them for a bond like this.